Welcome to our first breakdown or first back testing of the previous week's trades for 2025. I am excited. I haven't done this in a little while, but I'm back in trading. I've done a reset. I didn't stop trading, but I wasn't posting anything. Last week was very interesting. I got to make some profits and lost some profits, then made some more, then lost some more, then and it was a little cycle. But I wanted to go through the week's trades because I think one will help me to remember all the things that I had put down and to probably help somebody else. So uh, this would have been the previous week's setup. So if you look on the market here, this would have been the low to the highest point. There was a push down to the 38.2 and a pullback to the 23.6 that tested the previous support resistance line. This for me, based on how I trade, generally indicates that the market is changing sentiments and no one wants to push bearish. So given that that has happened and it is now in this position, excuse me, and we know that it has already tested the 38.2 and is now testing the 23.6, I removed the previous Fibonacci to get prepared for this week's trade and take it from the height of the bearish candle to start the bearish run to first lowest point, the first lower high, or lower low I should say, if it's breaking here. When that has happened, we realize that it has tested the 38.2 here again, pulled back to the zero, then tested the 38.2, pulled back to the zero, and is now again testing the 38.2. So our next best guess would be to see if there's any kind of accumulation that goes back to either this support line, as you can see, support resistance line, to see if it tests that area and then to continue in a bearish move, right? And if once we do a retracement to the 38.2% Fibonacci level, our take profit will be down to the negative 27. Let's see what this looks like. So of course we have market open, strong bullish candle. Now when this happens, what we're looking for is to see how it reacts to the 4-hour support resistance, right? So I'm going to jump down to the 1-hour time frame to see if I can pinpoint whether or not it's going to hit there with any kind of rejection candle to see if we can get into a trade. So this is a nice bearish engulfing candle, a very nice bearish engulfing candle. For us to get into a trade like this, based on how we usually trade, is we either look for a break and retest, or we can look for the highest point. If it retraces back to the highest point of the trade, we then jump in at that highest point to take the bearish run all the way to the bottom. So let's see what happens now. This would have been the neckline that it would need to break, or the support area. Wow. So with this move, we could do one of two things. We could wait for a retest up to here, or given that this is a strong bearish candle, we can actually take the trade right here. Take the trade right here. Let's set it up properly. I don't want to go too far to see what happens. Trying to set the take profit down to, I can just do it like this. Take profit down to the negative 27 so we can see how it looks, if it should play out. Alright, let's leave it there for now. Alright, so let's jump back to the 5-minute to see what's happening. Alright, playing out nicely. Oh, very nice, very nice. So we could have waited for this pullback here, and I want to bet that this would have been another 38.2 right on the ball. You can see the width just touched the 38.2. So if that had happened, we could have done a retracement on this same one, look at the 38.2 and taken the trade right here, and then our Stop loss would have been here. So at this point, given that we've already entered the trade, we can do one of two things. When the market came here and did this move, we could have re-entered another position depending on how many lots you have entered the first time, and enter again and watch the trade move. But I'm not going to do that, not for this trade, because more than likely I'm already putting in a lot of position. I put in a very high position, or lot size in my trade, and this is just too close to interest. I wouldn't want to make a second position there, right? So let's jump to a higher time frame just to see this play out faster. Oh, as you can see, I'm now on the 15-minute time frame and it did a big rally. Now, if I want to make another trade, I'm looking for structural changes, generally from the H1 time frame. But again, I'm not seeing any. These are just big bearish moves, as you can see. I'm just running it to make it a little, fast and easier for us. Keep going. It hit. Nice. That was a clean hit. Very, very, very clean hit. So I'll just move this over a little so that we can see what happened on the chart. Market came, is on the hourly time frame. Let's jump to the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, there's a big wick rejection at the -27 area, right? Know that there's this big wick rejection. What are we looking for next? Are we going to do a counter trend trade? Are we not going to do a counter trend trade? We can now remove this Fibonacci because we know that it hit the 38.2, came down and hit the -27. So this is now a new high and a new low. That being said, let's just draw that out from now. High, low. Unless other candles form, which we would then adjust the Fibonacci levels, but that's what we're working with. Now that it hit this support area right here with this long wick rejection, it is quite likely that the market may be retracing to either the 38.2, which is just right here. So I highly doubt it's going to do such a short move, or it may pull back to the 61.8 retracement area, right? Excuse me. So we're looking for something like that. So if I jump down to the H1 time frame to see if there's any way that we could actually get into a trade, we see that this is an indecision candle, and we're wondering where's the market going. For this reason, because of this indecision, I want to jump down to the smaller time frame, and because this is a counter trend trade, I'm going to have to trade this very carefully. How I do counter trend trades is I look for structural changes in the market. So if it creates a new, in this case, higher low, I jump in at that higher low point and then run it all the way up to the next higher high, right? And that's on that smaller time frame to get me up to the 61.8 retracement level. So let's see if we can find anything. So there's a small, it's not really a strong structural point, right? But the market is dabbling in this area. With this accumulation pattern, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what it is called. I don't know if it have another name, but I call it accumulation pattern. That's what I call it. This for me is a signal that the market is getting ready to move off, right? So I'll put in my long position here. I still adjust it for the 1 to 3 just to make this a little easier, because our plan is to take it to the 61.8. Now that we've done that, let's go back to a higher time frame and let's see if it plays out. So we can see that it started moving off. I probably should just let you see how it started, right? Okay, so we can see that it started. Now let's jump back to the higher time frame, and the market is moving on. And I'm jumping to a higher time frame again just to see it move faster. Now, if I wanted to make another entry again, I'm looking for structural changes. The fact that it broke this consolidation area right here, I could see if it does any retracement down to this level. What's the distance here? 17 pips. Not sure I would make a second entry just yet. Let's see what happens. Wow. Wow. beautiful, beautiful. A nice strong candle. All right, keep going. Let's jump back up because just being a little too taking a little too long. So you can see it came back down to the same area, and it's almost a spinning top. But let's see how it's going. It's moving off. Nice engulfing. I'm on the 15 minute. Let me jump back down a little. Nice engulfing. Well, it didn't engulf, but it engulfed this one here. And it's now moving on again. Now for me to make another entry, I prefer this pattern. If it breaks top of here and retest or give me a strong break where it gives me a strong bullish candle to signal that it is going to continue to move forward, and I'll make another entry at that point. Not showing me anything, still rejecting. All right, boom. So now I made the second entry because of this strong bullish candle. Again, I'm still doing my 30 pip stop. Still taking it to the 61. All right, let's see. Wow. I may get taken out of this one. Yes, I did. So I lost one right there, but you can see that the market is still bullish. I'll move this here. The market is still bullish. It still came and looked at this area, which is a strong area, as you can see, and gave me this candle. Now again, this for me is a little too close to our original position for us to make an entry, so I wouldn't make another entry there, especially having lost this one because of this move. And I took my second position in. Let's jump on to make this a little faster. Anybody see what happened a while ago? Came down to the same area that I was looking at. Start accumulating and is now moving on. But I'm not going to make another entry because still not liking how it played out the last time. But this is still a good move. Nice strong candle. Moving up, boom. Hit or take profit. Wonderful. So I'll move this one to this side. Where did I put the last one? Let's put it here. Here. Let's do +1. Let's take this one here. Let's widen this. And let's just add -1 to it. Alright. It's -1. We can look at what that would be soon. Alright, so now that we're here at the 61.8, which is also a strong enough position on the H1 time frame, I believe. Let's go back to the H4, which is where we take our market structure from. So it rejected. Now looking to see what can we do, because now we want to enter a bearish, the bearish continuation. So here's a strong engulfing, but this week is a little telling. Maybe the market is not ready to continue bearish as yet, so we can do one of two things. I'm going to remove this. I want to jump down to the H1 time frame, which is where we look to see if we could take entries. Let's shift this to the top of here. It's rejecting to go further below. This wick is what's concerning to me. Okay. Here's another accumulation pattern. Right? Now, here's what we're gonna do. Look back at this, nice accumulation. Let's go down to the M5. Let's see what's going on. All right, so again, what we're gonna do is look for one of two things. Either the market is going to break and retest this area, so it would do something like this, or and we'll take our entry here, just so that you can see, we'll take our entry here at this point and write it all the way down, or the market is going to push up, hit this area, break, retest, and then come down. If it does this, then we may take our entry here. All right, so let's see. This candle will be good enough for me to enter, but remember what happened the last time? So a little scarred by the fact that it didn't continue, right? It wasn't a good enough break. So a break for me is when the market makes a big enough bearish engulfing candle below the support resistance area or above support resistance area, and then continues, which is generally why we like break and retest, which would mean at least 3 continuous candles moving below before coming back. That didn't happen here, right? So let's see. Went back in the area. I like this. At this point, I'll take the entry because at this high point, it wasn't able to break above, came back down. These 3 continuation candles to show the market is not ready. All right, let's take it. Let's take it there. Let's take it there. See what the market does. All right. Are we ready? Go back on the H1. All right, we're still good. Oops. You can see that the market, based on the H1, continued a little above. That's fine. Super. All right, now it has broken. It gave me an engulfing candle actually, but again, this wick has me a little concerned. But let's keep going. And I'm less concerned because we took it at the top of the area, and we still have a lot of wiggle room just in case it came back to here. But the market has started moving already. It broke that second space. I mean, to be honest, if we take this down to here, because we're now on the H1, if it pulls back to this area on the H1, on the smaller time frame, it would look a little different. Then we could take other entries. But this would be a good enough break for us to look break and retest. It's not pushing back. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. That's 38.2. All right, let's take another entry here based on this engulfing pattern. I scared it so hard, not too bad. So, all right, so for our take profit for this, we're looking for on the H1. All right, I'm going to remove this for now to not make any confusion. All right, let's play this out a little and then I'll show you where. All right. All right, let's jump to the H1. It's gonna, hopefully it's not confusing to you. All right, so our take profit is actually going to be the body close of the last low. For the same, once it goes to the 61.8 level, when we're going to take our entries, we're looking for the body close of the last lowest point, because generally, based on how I trade the UJ, that is where it tends to end. It doesn't always go back to the zero, because remember, this is all the way to um, the wick, which generally doesn't always work. Not for me anyway. So let's take it to that body close, and then we can continue trading. There we already have two entries in. Unless something significant happens, I don't know if I'm going to take any more. Almost got taken out right there, you can see. Oh, I did get taken out right there. All right, let's move this over as well. All right. So when is this? It's now Thursday afternoon, Thursday morning. So the fact that it is here and giving me this kind of a rejection, let me see what's on the H4. The market may be saying that it wants to do a pullback, probably back up to the 61.8, then do another run, or to the 38.2. If it's to the 38.2, I'm not interested, because there will be not enough risk to reward. But if it is to the next area, I may be interested. Now, based on this, what I would look for is, I wouldn't draw next line, but I would look for a break and retest of here, or a strong push, because that's easier. Oh, nice. So it's pulling down. Okay, not enough of a breakout. No worries. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's still wait. If it doesn't pull back, then that's fine. If it does, even better. Let me do a fib retracement. No, not there. Let's bring this to here. All right. All right. All right. Nice pullback. Nice accumulation. Yeah, man. That looks about right. That looks about right. So of course it means I'm not going to be able to take this trade, but, 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 but. I like this as a sell. I really like this as a sell. How many trades have I taken? 5. 1, 3, lost 2. Let me see what this would have been. Alright, let's try. Alright. Which is what you saw on the M15 if you were looking. Now, where would I take this if I entered? Yes, I would not have entered this trade because the risk to reward is too small. See? I've been down to here. Not enough. Aim for nothing less than 1 to 3. Most of my trades are 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. So I'm not doing a 1 to 1. Right, so I wouldn't have entered. So let's see how this plays out. I should move this. It's accumulating like it wants to go bullish down to this lowest area. If it pulls back again to here, then I'm taking it. It's moving up nicely. Moving up very nicely. Taking too long. Nice, almost head and shoulders. Let's see, will it pull back? It needs to pull back and hit that area. No, not too far. Okay, and the week is done. Not too bad, not too bad at all. It's a nice little accumulation. Need to figure out a way to take advantage of this. If I'd seen this earlier, it came and it's on the H1, was on the H4. On the H1, if it had saw this wick rejection, let's just do a little bar replay just to see if I'd gone on the M5. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it, but because this would be too far, there was not enough. Oh, I could have actually. I could have taken it. Could have taken it and then ridden it up to here. 61, which is where I wanted to go. Probably take it to here for signal. And then what would that have looked like? Would I have gotten it out? No, I wouldn't. Not yet anyways. Hit the 38.2, that wick rejection. I'd probably at this point get nervous and want to jump out. So I would have probably waited though, because I would want to see how it reacts to the 23.6. Which from what we saw, it didn't react any at all, it just kept moving. It reacted at a 50. Okay. This was just a test. This I need to look into. But this would be how I would have done the week. So if I should just count up the that would have been 170 plus 162.9 plus 152 minus 30, and this one was also 30. That would have been 424 pips if I had used whatever lot size. I could have made a decent amount of money based on the rate of USDJPY. This would have been very good. 424 pips in 1 week. That would have been excellent actually. Yeah, so that would have been how I would have traded the week. As you can see, there are a lot of things I need to look back at, especially this accumulation here. There must be, I know there's a pattern here, I just don't know what it is as yet. But I'll figure it out. Mm, 2, 3. Okay. And then I probably could have used. Could I? No, because I did draw it, but it didn't pull back far enough, did it? It did. I could have gotten into this trade right here. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And then came out again at the -27. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. But yeah, so that'll be that for last week. Thank you very much for watching. Um, I'm gonna post this as you're gonna see it, of course. As soon as I post it, I'm gonna watch it over myself because I'm sure there are a lot of things I can learn from this. Um, and for the week coming, let's set up the chart. Let me look at what I'm expecting for the week to come. What am I expecting for the week to come? So I spent a little time just to mark up the chart before I restarted this. What am I now looking for? So for the week to come, if you look at this carefully, this has been a lower low, lower high, lower low. And my expectation, as you can see, this candle is right here. I'm expecting some kind of accumulation here for a lower high. If you look at the if you look at the H1, you can see that this looks like some kind of accumulation going on. The indecision is very clear in this area right here. So what I'll be looking for is probably on a smaller time frame, in this case would be the M5 where we take the trades, is some kind of break and retest, or as we did before, take the trade at the top of the trade, or we do a break and retest at this area. One of the two. So the market could do something like this. I don't know what it's going to do at market open, but it could do something like this and then push down. Then we'll of course take the trade here and take it all the way down, probably to the same low point here. Right? That would have been what we would work towards. I think. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed this here, this area here, and then this here. Yeah, so, oops. So that would have been what we're looking for. So the market to do something like that, or, oops, to push down and retest there and continue. Now, I would prefer the one up there because you get a lot more pips, probably easier to manage. I can do a lot more in terms of risk management, but that's what we'll be looking for in the coming week. All right, everybody. Have a good trading week, and let's see how much money we can make.